U.S. Route 127 U.S. Route 127 U.S. 127 is a 758-mile long 1220 km north-south U.S. highway in the eastern half of the United States. The southern terminus of the route is at U.S. 27 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The northern terminus is at Interstate 75 near Grayling, Michigan. Since 1987, it has been the core of the annual World's Longest Yard Sale, also known as the Highway 127 Corridor Sale 127 Yard Sale, which now stretches 690 miles 1110 km from Addison, Michigan to Gadsden, Alabama. The sale, held every August, was started to demonstrate that the older U.S. highway system has something to offer that the Interstate Highway System does not. In Michigan, U.S. 127 tripled in length in 2002, taking mileage from its parent, U.S. 27. Route description. Tennessee. In Tennessee, U.S. 127 traverses rural areas of the Cumberland Plateau in eastern Middle Tennessee and western East Tennessee. The route officially begins in the northern Chattanooga suburb of Red Bank at an interchange with US 27, where it overlaps Tennessee State Route 8. From there it runs primarily northwest as it passes Signal Mountain and later Walden Ridge before entering Dunlop. After TN 8 leaves at the interchange with TN 111, US 127/TN 28 follows through the Sequatchie Valley, passing through the city of Pikeville, then curves back to the northwest as it enters Crossville, only to return towards the northeast as it enters Jamestown. From that point on, it returns towards the northwest one more time as it winds through the woods surrounding the Sergeant Alvin C. York State Historic Park. Finally, in static, the road runs along the Tennessee-Kentucky border, where it makes a sharp turn at the northern terminus of TN 111 before entering Kentucky. Kentucky. In Kentucky, US 127 is cosigned with US 42 through Cincinnati's northern Kentucky suburbs until 5 miles 8.0 km east of Warsaw. This was the road driven by Buddy Rich when he wrote "Bluegrass Makes Me Blue" in 1947. At the state capital of Frankfort, it becomes a 4-lane highway, then skirts Lawrenceburg, Harrodsburg, and Danville. It enters the Hilly Knobs region at Junction City, where it becomes a 2-lane route and continues through Hustonville, crossing the drainage divide between the Kentucky and Green River watersheds and roughly following the scenic Upper Green River Valley through Casey County, crossing the river at Liberty. South of Dunville, it climbs onto the eastern Pennyroyal Plateau and cuts through Russell Springs and Jamestown. It crosses Wolf Creek Dam, which creates Lake Cumberland. It runs very briefly with KY 90 north of Albany and crosses into Tennessee at Static. The new route through Clinton County includes a bypass west of Albany. The original plan for a more direct eastern route was abandoned because of historic and scenic concerns. In the county, US 127 runs through sinkhole plains along the escarpment that marks the western edge of the Cumberland Plateau, creating scenic views. Ohio. US 127 serves several cities and rural communities along the extreme western edge of Ohio, including Cincinnati, New Miami, 7 Mile, Somerville, Camden, Heaton, Greenville, Salina, Van Wert, Paulding, and Bryan. In Cincinnati, it shares a short concurrency with its parent route, US 27, along with US 42. From there, it heads north through Fairfield and Hamilton. The highway is a 4-lane divided bypass around Greenville. US 127 crosses the Ohio Turnpike near West Unity, but does not intersect with it. It also joins with US 36 for about 5 miles 8 km. The first city US 127 enters after leaving Kentucky is Cincinnati. The last municipality that US 127 goes through before reaching Michigan is West Unity. Except for Defiance County, US 127 passes through the county seats of all 9 counties in Ohio that share a border with Indiana. It also traverses a portion of Fulton County before entering Michigan. In total, US 127 traverses 194.2 miles, 312.5 km across Ohio. Michigan. In Michigan, US 127 runs from the Ohio border south of Hudson north to the junction with Terminus 75, 4 miles, 6.4 km south of Grayling, a distance of 212.12 miles, 341.37 km. The highway is the primary route connecting Lansing and central Michigan to northern Michigan and the Mackinac Bridge. It serves the cities of Jackson, Lansing, and Clare. From the south side of Jackson northerly, it is mostly a 4-lane freeway, except for the notable exception of a 16-mile 26 km stretch from north of St. John's to just south of Ithaca, where access to the road is not limited. Prior to 2002, US 127 ran from Terminus 69 north of East Lansing southerly to the Ohio border near Hudson, a total of 83 miles 134 km. From the Ohio border until Jackson, the highway follows the course with minor deviations of the Michigan meridian used to survey Michigan in the early 19th century. That stretch is generally named Meridian Road. In the non-freeway sections of the route, it is known as Bagley Road. A proposed Terminus 73 would incorporate US 127 between Jackson and Grayling. History. Southern terminus. US 127 originally terminated at Toledo when it was commissioned in 1926. At that time, the southern portion ran from Somerset to Toledo along the route of present-day US Route 223. In 1930, the southern terminus moved to Cincinnati, and in 1958 it was extended to its present southern terminus at Chattanooga. Northern terminus. The northern terminus of US 127 was in or near Lansing, Michigan from its inception in 1926 to 2002. In 2002, the terminus was moved to an intersection with Terminus 75 south of Grayling in Crawford County, Michigan, replacing all of US 27 north of Lansing. Major intersections, sections. Tennessee, US 27 in Chattanooga, US 70 in Crossville, US 70N in Crossville, Terminus 40 in Crossville, Kentucky, US 150 in Danville. The highways travel concurrently through Danville. US 68 northeast of Harrodsburg, US 62 in Lawrenceburg, Terminus 64 in Frankfort, US 60 in Frankfort, US 421 in Frankfort. The highways travel concurrently through Frankfort. Terminus 71 in Glencoe, US 42 northeast of Glencoe. The highways travel concurrently to Terminus 71/Terminus 75 in Florence, US 25 in Florence. The highways travel concurrently to the Ohio state line. Terminus 275 in Crestview Hills, Terminus 71/Terminus 75 in Fort Mitchell, Terminus 71/Terminus 75 in Covington, Ohio, US 27/US 52 in Cincinnati. The highways travel concurrently through Cincinnati. Terminus 75/US 50 in Cincinnati, Terminus 75/US 50 in Cincinnati, US 22 in Cincinnati, Terminus 74 in Cincinnati, Terminus 75 in Cincinnati, Terminus 275 on the Pleasant Run Mount Healthy Heights Forest Park line, US 35 in Eaton, Terminus 70 exit 10 Eaton, OH 4 miles south, US 40 west of Lewisburg, US 36 west northwest of Jaysville. The highways travel concurrently to Greenville, US 33 southeast of Rockford, US 30/US 224 in Van Wert. US 127/US 224 travels concurrently to northeast of Van Wert, US 24 east of Cecil, US 6 south of Bryan, US 20 east of Alvorton. The highways travel concurrently to west of Fayette, Michigan, US 223 southeast of Somerset, US 12 east of Somerset, terminus 94 northeast of Jackson. The highways travel concurrently to north-northwest of Jackson, terminus 96/terminus 496 at Michigan State University south-southeast of Lansing. Terminus 496/US 127 travels concurrently to East Lansing. Terminus 69 north-northwest of East Lansing, US 10 in Clare. The highways travel concurrently to north-northwest of Clare. Terminus 75 south of Grayling,